Students, this is second part of geography third lesson, that is hydrologic cycle. Precipitation. Precipitation refers to all forms of water that fall from clouds and reaches the earth's surface. Precipitation is nothing but all form of water fall from the clouds and reaches in the earth's surface. This is called precipitation. Forms of precipitation. First one, rain. The most common kind of precipitation is rain. The precipitation in the form of water droplets is called rain. The precipitation in the form of water droplets, it is called as rain. Second one, sleet. The precipitation which takes place in the form of mixture of water droplets and tiny particles of ice is known as sleet. So sleet is nothing but it is take place in the form of mixture of water droplets and tiny particles of ice 5 mm in diameter. This is called sleet. Next one, freezing rain. Sometimes raindrops falling through cold air near the ground do not freeze in the air. Sometimes rain droplets falling through cold air near the ground, but that raindrops does not freeze in the air. This is called freezing rain. Next one, hail. The precipitation which consists of round pellets. Round pellets is nothing but freezing rain of ice which are larger than 5 mm in diameter is called hail. So below 5 mm is called sleet. Above 5 mm it is called hail. Next one, snow. Often water vapor in a cloud is converted directly into snow pieces due to the lowering of temperature. So due to the lowering of temperature, water vapor in the cloud converted directly into snow pieces. Next we are going to see about infiltration. Water entering the soil at the surface of the ground is termed as infiltration. Water entering into the soil at the surface ground, that place is called infiltration. Infiltration allows the soil temporarily to store water. This infiltration allows the soil to store the water. Infiltration is an important process where rainwater soaks into the ground. So this infiltration is the important process because rainwater soaks into the ground with the uses of this infiltration only. Soak is nothing but dip. Okay. Infiltration is the important process where rainwater dip into the ground. Some of this water ultimately returns to the surface through springs or low spots down hills. Some of the water remains underground and is called groundwater. Some water entering on the earth's surface through infiltration, some of this water returns to the surface. Some of the water remains underground. This is called underground water. Okay, groundwater. The rate of infiltration is influenced by the physical characteristics of soil, vegetative cover, moisture. Vegetative cover means plants. Okay, moisture. The terms infiltration is often used interchangeably. That is nothing but it is a very common word, infiltration. Next we are going to see about percolation. Percolation is nothing but leakage. Percolation is the downward movement of infiltrated water through soil and rock layers. Infiltration occurs near the surface of the soil and delivers water from the surface into the soil and plant root zones. This infiltration deliver water from the surface and from the surface to soil and soil to plant root zones. Percolation moves the infiltrated water through the soil. This percolation moves with the infiltrated water. Thus the percolation process represents the flow of water from unsaturated zone to the saturated zone. The preclusion process represents the flow of water from unsaturated zone to the saturated zone. Saturate is nothing but moisture. Next we are going to see about runoff. Runoff is the water that is pulled by gravity across land surface. It replenishes groundwater and surface water as it percolates into an aquifer. Aquifer means purify or moves into the river, stream or watershed. Flow of water is called runoff. Runoff is also a major contributor to the erosion which carves out canyons, gorges and related landforms. This runoff is a major contributor. Major reason for the formation of canyons, gorges and landforms. The rate of runoff that can happen depends on the amount of rainfall. Only about 35% of precipitation ends up in the sea or ocean and the 65% is absorbed into the soil. Next we are going to see about types of runoff. That is three types of runoff: surface runoff, subsurface runoff and base flow. Surface runoff. It is the portion of rainfall which enters the stream immediately after the rainfall. It is nothing but after rainfall, the water which enters the stream very firstly, that portion is called surface runoff. It occurs when the rainfall is longer, heavier, exceeds the rate of infiltration. When did it happen? It happened only in the time of rainfall is a longer, heavier and exceed the rate of infiltration. In this condition, the excess water makes a head over the ground surface, which tends to move from one place to another following land gradient, and it is known as overland flow. And it is also known as overflow. Second one, subsurface runoff. The water that has entered the subsoil and moves laterally without joining the water table to the stream, river or ocean is known as subsurface runoff. So what is called subsurface runoff? The water enter into the soil and without joining the water table, that is stream, rivers and ocean, that is known as subsurface runoff. Third one, base flow. It is a flow of underground water from a saturated groundwater, that is moistured groundwater zone, to a water channel. It usually appears at a downstream location where the channel elevation is lower than the groundwater. Actually, it appears in the place of the elevation channel is lower than the groundwater table. Groundwater provides the stream flow during dry periods of small or no precipitation. But this groundwater provides the stream flow when during dry periods only. Thank you.